$1 million, but when you climax,
Oh, God.
Oh.
I can't believe we're taking it to this level.
you barf in your mouth.
Yeah, I probably would.
I probably
All right,
would.
ladies, be warned. Brett may puke on you.
He's not getting this offer right now. This is a scenario.
No, this is based on things that will never happen, right?
All right,
Or-
let's do it right now.
What?
Let's use this scenario.
Go ahead.
Let's do it right
And
now.
Die Hard started a
I
trend.
hate Speed 2.
Why?
That's pretty
It's
bad.
horrible.
It's kind of like, it's more of a watch it because it's laughably bad.
Yes.
There are a few parts that I thought Sandra Bullock was pretty funny.
I'm sorry, but
When she
she's
cuts-
a great actress, but she sucks in that
She
movie.
cuts open the door with the chainsaw and she's like revving it. Can you guys get out?
If you back up with the saw,
What? If you back up with the saw!
we'll give it a try.
It's so bad.
It is very bad writing. It is very bad.
Bad.
But I always thought of it as more of an action type than a funny movie, and it turns out this, like, as an adult watching it, it's a terrible film.
It's horrible.
That was a great
That's great.
quote by
Yeah.
you, John.
I can quote Speed too.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Garfield and Friends from Pickle
Oh,
Fanboys.
Now, which one?
The second one, not the
Yes.
first one.
This one.
Times a hill.
Yeah, I hate that one.
Do. It doesn't matter. That's
Well,
just an
yes,
image.
but there are two
There's
actual
two-
songs.
there's two of them.
Oh,
The
well,
second
that's what they.
one,
That's he sent me a picture.
Ready?
Ready
Ready.
to
to
party!
We're ready
to party.
We're ready.
Dun, dun,
I hope you bring lots of spaghetti.
dun, dun.
Come on down to Garfield and Friends. Come on in. It's time to party with Garfield,
Garfield
and
and
Friends.
Friends.
And then I think there's another
I
verse.
love how we all know that one.
I think there's another verse.
There
in it.
is. There's a little bit more to it.
Oh my God, I'm like tearing up
I
here.
just
It's
got
a
a
good one.
Charlie horse in my thigh.
Oh shoot! You
You
okay?
were gonna fart or
Do
something.
you need something?
Hey, where's your Charlie
Just give me
horse?
time. It's on the bottom of this thigh.
Hey, you can do this. Put your foot out. Put your
I
foot
can't
Do it.
move.
Put your
Oh shoot!
Ah!
Put it out. Now flex your foot up, like your toes towards the ceiling. It looks like you're trying to take a shit.
What do you need to
Well, I
do?
don't want it to look like
What do you want to do?
I'm trying to put my foot over there.
Give me your.
Help me. My back's to the camera.
No, you're fine.
Ridiculous.
You're fine. You're okay.
It's
You're okay.
ridiculous.
You're okay. You're
Let's do some.
I'm doing some friggin' Christmas trivia. Welcome back to PTOUnlimited podcast. My name is Brett.
I'm Josh.
Alex.
This is episode 322.
Oh man! And on this day in 1996, Tomb Raider was released in the U.S. 26 years ago.
On PC.
PC, Sega, and
Are you talking about the OG?
the OG Tomb Raider? Yeah. Let's see here. Sega. What do I got here? It was in DOS, N-Gage, PlayStation, and yeah, that'd be Sega. Yeah. So, and then they brought it into PlayStation 3 and all the other systems later on. But yeah, on this day, November 14th, 96, was the iconic Lara Croft Tomb Raider release. It's kind of crazy.
If you're,
Now, look at how it's evolved.
if you're watching on YouTube, we have a
Yeah.
whole new setup.
New setup and everything.
Got rid of the tables.
Yeah, well,
Or
we
the table. The
brought
big
in a
table.
new thing.
What'd you
and
do with that table?
It's downstairs in pieces.
Hmm.
We can do
We
whatever.
chopped it up into little pieces.
I don't think so because it's relatively new, isn't it?
Yeah, no,
I mean,
we're gonna
we've
keep
only ever used it for the podcast
True.
since I think
Well, you bought it
2020.
for that purpose,
it. We bought
right?
it for here, or no, for the other studio.
We bought
yeah,
it
we
for
bought
the other one.
Yeah, we bought it for the.
So it was like 2019 or 2020, I think.
And we're like-
2019 when we
and
bought
I've
it.
been wanting to do this for a minute. Where I was like, "Oh, we're just gamers. Why don't we just sit in our gaming chairs? You know, that
It's
are."
a lot
Well,
more comfy.
It is a lot more comfortable.
It is. My butt won't
But's not gonna
hurt.
fall asleep.
At
I'm
the
surprised you
end.
brought over the.
Well, I
the-
wasn't
the
going
Titan.
to, and then I'm like, I don't have a PC right now, so there's really, I almost never sit at my desk.
Oh, really?
Most of any kind of PC work that I need to do, I can do it at work. So I'm like, well, might as well take the chair where it's going to get some use.
Yeah.
And if I need a chair, I got my green chair.
Dude,
that I
okay,
can
I'm
use.
sorry. It's a bluish. green
Alex,
chair.
You have bad lighting.
Alex, when we when we got here tonight, carrying in the chairs, like, I thought you were bringing your green chair, and I'm like, it's blue.
I did say green.
You said green again.
I did.
It was fun.
Your apartment has bad lighting.
So,
That's really
so
funny.
you say it? Well, I mean, it does because most, cookie cutter apartments don't have much.
I mean, you've
overhead
got
lighting.
like what one window in that living room.
Yeah.
And that's
So,
the only window you have.
That's the only window
really.
you basically
Well,
have.
it's the only window I have. I have sliding patio doors in the bedroom, but
Yeah.
as far as overhead lighting, there's one in the kitchen, one in the hall, and one in the dining area, and they're all within like a 3-foot
Right.
triangle of each
They're not
other,
needed.
you know?
You need I don't know why apartments don't put a overhead in the living room ever. I don't
Yeah,
know.
none of them
nobody
do.
do.
Unless you
No.
have a ceiling fan.
Nobody do.
Right.
Nobody
Ceiling fan
does.
has to does it. Nobody do.
Nobody do.
And some places like my Canterbury apartments had a ceiling fan, but that was
Yeah.
even still in the dining room and
I say
not
we've
really
only
the
ever
living
had
room.
it in the dining room.
Dining room all the time.
Mhm.
So you just put. That's why they connect the outlets to the light switches so you can use lamps.
That's stupid though.
It is stupid. I hate it.
They just want to wire it improperly or whatever. So, oh man. Well, I don't know how long we want to wait until we talk about the NFL. I mean, we can probably
start.
just jump into that. I know
Sure.
that this is going to be a little NFL heavy, and I requested game of the week being
Last.
at the end. And if you watched any football or even paid attention to any media, really,
It was a lot of talk,
a lot of talk.
a lot of attention.
So I'm gonna let you take this away, Brett.
All right. So last Thursday we had the Falcons at the Panthers. Nothing interesting about that game. The Panthers won 25-15, which they gave up, or they played like 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago maybe, and it was the most exciting game of the year up till then. And the Panthers, that's when DJ Moore took his helmet off, and that
Yeah,
got
the
extra
overtime.
point pushed
Oh,
back, and he
yeah.
missed. So yeah, this one was a Thursday night, not exciting at all. The first game was the Seahawks and the Bucks in Munich, Germany.
Oh my gosh! So the crowd, amazing.
Oh, they were singing
They
at
were
the end. And it was
singing.
great. Like Tom Brady said, it's one of the most
Movie.
exciting atmospheres in his 23 years in the NFL.
I'd
yeah.
believe it.
That's
Dude,
great. That's pretty crazy.
We need to have a Super Bowl there.
Yeah,
Pro
we'd
Bowl.
go
Bring the
crazy.
Pro Bowl there.
You know,
Take the
they're-
Pro Bowl there.
Well, they actually got rid of the Pro Bowl.
I heard that.
Oh, they did. Finally.
They got rid of the game. They're doing like a skills competition kind
Which
of.
is what you
Oh,
wanted,
Okay.
It's what they should have been done because there's no reason to play a game that means nothing.
right?
Because it means nothing.
It does mean nothing.
So anyway, the Bucks won, and I didn't get to watch a lot of football yesterday, so I watched some highlights of the important stuff. The Bucks finally got a run game going, and Geno Smith. I don't know if the travel had the Seahawks off, but Geno Smith was not good. There was one play. It was a trickery play by the Bucks where Tom Brady lined up wide, and Leonard Fournette got the snap and threw a pass, and Tom fell down and it got intercepted. I'm like,
oh,
just keep Tom under center. You're not gonna trick anybody with that crap.
He's not moving.
But he did look pretty good. He made some good throws, and the Bucks had, like I said, had the running game going, and
I wanna
they
look at
won
some stats on this game.
21-16.
Or on the games while we're talking about them.
21-16, the Bucks won, so they are at 5-5. We'll skip that game. That's gonna be last.
We'll skip the game.
Lions and the Bears. The Lions have now won 2 in a row.
I'm
Yeah,
very
what
happy.
the heck?
I'm
Did you
happy.
watch any of that game?
Well, no, I didn't.
Or red
Like I
zone
said,
at
I
all or
didn't get-
anything?
just a little bit.
Yeah,
You know,
we
but
saw some.
here's the thing: Justin Fields has had 2 really good games in a row,
Mhm.
but they've lost both games. And the one yesterday was pretty much his fault because he threw a horrible pick six, and that was the difference in the game. The Lions won 31-30.
Oh, that's so crazy.
But Justin Fields, it's like he flipped a switch, and he's playing really well for, for being still really young. But the Bears, if he keeps this up and gets better, they have a bright future. He needs some receiving threats because they really don't have any receiver you ever heard of. They did get Chase Claypool from the Steelers in a trade, so that could benefit them.
Is Claypool good anymore?
Really? He's still young. He's very young. That's the thing. He's young. He has talent, but we'll see how he fits into their system.
Right.
But the Lions, 2 wins in a row, and against NFC North opponents, which is good for Minnesota.
Yeah. Everyone's staying kind of jumbled in the bottom there.
Yeah.
The Lions
How about you take a win?
The Lions are 3-6. The Bears are 3-7, and the Packers are 4-6.
Woo!
Yeah. All negative records in the North for them. I can't believe it.
Yeah, all under 500, except for the Vikings.
So I have to ask, you guys have been talking about that for a couple weeks now, and I don't think I've ever heard that.
Percentage of their wins.
Right.
What's 500?
500 is even. So like the Bucks are at 500 because they're 5-5. They're the percentage of games that they've won.
You have to win at least half of yours for the majority of your season.
But how do you get 500?
I don't know.
0.5. Alex, okay, so
I know, but
the
why
Vikings
500?
are
Why
the
not
Vikings are
0.5?
8-1.
Which means we're what, 80, 800?
0.889.
Well, yes, but nobody ever says that. 500 is just the standard term for teams that are even or they're under 500.
Under 0.5 of their games.
Okay.
See, for example, it's like a 0.556.
Well, yeah, I get that, but I don't know. I never understood when you guys were saying 100. I'm like, 100. What are you talking about? 500.
Because they do a full 100 decimals.
Yes.
I don't know why.
I don't either. It's just the terminology.
Maybe it's because of the ties.
It's the terminology that we've come to just accept over years and years.
We had a tie game. That's going to be a weird.
I feel like
percentage.
After all these years, I feel like I'm really starting to understand football. And then it was like only this year am I ever hearing.
Because I understand it now this year.
So now
we can talk about
it into your
my lingo.
The actual percentage number is not really ever referred to except for 500.
Right.
So don't even worry about it.
Don't worry about after that.
Because even if you're less than 500, you say they're under 500.
I love your confusion, Alex. Because it doesn't matter.
I mean, it's really it's not really practical. It doesn't make
no,
much sense.
it doesn't make sense.
If you're just a sports person, you understand. Especially in a league like the NFL where there's only 17 games.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to say that with baseball because baseball plays 162 whatever they play. So who cares? Most teams are going to be above 500. You play that many, and some are going to be under 500. But anyway, Jaguars at the Chiefs. Boy, I tell you what. So the Chiefs lose Tyreek Hill, and they go out in the middle of the year and get this Kadarius Toney guy, and he's going to eventually be as good as Tyreek Hill. The Chiefs have not missed a step. They got Juju Smith-Schuster, and
he's out right now, or he's injured.
He got hurt yesterday. Marcus Valdez-Scantling from Green Bay. And they still have Kelsey. I think right now, if I had to pick Super Bowl teams, I would pick the Chiefs. They are just rolling.
Somehow they knocked that one out of the park. 20-17 though. It wasn't like
27-17.
20. Wait, what? What year? What week am I looking at here?
I don't know. They only play the Jaguars once.
Hold on a second.
Are you what year are you looking
I
at?
don't know what that was. Who was it again? Chiefs who?
Jags at the Chiefs.
Why was I looking at Titans Chiefs?
That was last week.
Why was I at last week's game?
I don't know.
That was weird. Okay. Yes.
But Mahomes looking better than ever. So
found it.
Browns, the Dolphins.
Oh wow!
This was a tight game for a little bit, and then the Dolphins just ran away with it. Tua is undefeated in games that he has started and finished.
Yes,
and he's like, his passer rating is like way ahead of even the quarterback who I don't know who is in second place. He's playing unbelievable.
Right.
And the fact that he has Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill helps.
Man.
Waddle is crazy.
I don't even remember his name, but there's a third receiver who's kind of coming out, and I think it's number 14. I don't remember, but they're offense is rolling and their defense is doing pretty well too. The Browns, so 39 to 17.
They're a good AFC threat.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
They can make noise in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Texans at the Giants. I didn't see a snap in this game, but the Giants won 24-16. They're 7-2.
Okay, what? Texans got 16 points out of there?
Yeah,
I'm surprised.
They're 1-7-1. I think we said they're the worst team in the league, probably.
Yeah, they are.
Same with this game. I didn't see anything of this. Saints at Steelers, 20-10. The Steelers won. Steelers, even with that win, are 3-6. They are not good. Saints the same. They're 3-7.
Everyone was. They're both losing records, and everyone was acting like it was a Super Bowl game.
Yeah,
I know, right?
I mean, the best the Steelers can hope to do is see if Kenny Pickett can play, and if
Can
he's
he
gonna,
play?
Can he play?
if he's going to be the next franchise quarterback for the Steelers. Broncos at the Titans. The fact that Nathaniel Hackett hasn't been fired yet is pretty impressive. The Broncos, man, you're paying Russell Wilson $230 million, and they're 3-6.
I mean, he did show up a little bit at the beginning of that game where what's up? Just a little bit. Yeah. Just a little bit. I saw him do a really nice pass, and I was like,
And then you even said, "Oh," and then
There
it
he
was
is.
after that, just
I don't think Russell Wilson has lost his talent overnight, between last year and this year.
No.
But
He's
I
not-
don't know. Something is definitely
Did
wrong
they expect Kirk Cousins
there's
out of him?
There's a screw up there that needs to be tightened a bit.
there. Yeah, maybe. I
You
mean,
calling him crazy?
coaching matters.
Okay, maybe not up there. A screw somewhere that needs to be tightened.
I mean,
Some WD-40.
I don't know if anybody expected him to come in day one and just be exactly like it was in Seattle, but he's had more than enough time to kind of figure it out in Denver, and it just isn't happening.
Yeah.
Titans are 6-3 now, so
Crazy.
that's pretty cool. This game, the Colts and the Raiders.
I can't believe this.
I said last week that the Colts would not win another game, and I was wrong. So first thing that
Even they're away too. They're in Vegas.
Yeah, first thing that Jeff Saturday did as the new coach that has never coached a game except in high school was put Matt Ryan back in.
Crazy.
I thought Sam played a little bit. He did not. Matt Ryan started the game. At one point, and this may say something about the Raiders, Matt Ryan ran for 39 yards. That's a problem because Matt Ryan is not a mobile quarterback.
No,
And I think the Raiders, I don't even think they led in this game. It did get close towards the end, and the Raiders have problems. And as Patrick said, fire Josh McDaniels, and he.
Ryan has
Meg it.
one rushing touchdown too, so he has a rushing and a throw.
The rushing might have been like a sneak.
Still, that's a lot for
Yeah.
Matt Ryan to do.
Yeah, for a traditional pocket
for an
QB.
immobile one.
So the Colts win 25-20. Jeff Saturday gets his
Okay,
debut win.
it's not like Derek Carr played bad.
No, it's I can't put my finger on. I mean, Patrick would have you believe, and not saying that he's wrong, that it's play calling, it's bad play calling. Something is off in the Raiders, and the thing about it that should be frustrating, and I'm sure is for the Raiders fans, is that they were a playoff team last year. They were a playoff team last year, and they added the best receiver in football, and now they are 2-7.
I know.
So what's different? The coach is different. They had an interim guy last year come in after John Gruden got fired.
Yeah.
Instead of hiring that guy who made it to the playoffs, they go out and get a failed head coach coordinator who failed in Denver to come be the head coach, and they can't win a game to save their lives. So yeah.
I agree with Patrick.
Might be the coaching staff at this point.
Something.
I think Carr is good.
Carr is
He's
good.
not bad. Yeah, I mean he's not bad.
Sometimes talent.
248
enough.
yards and 2 touchdowns. That's pretty good.
Then we have last night's game, which was equally crazy. Cowboys at the Packers.
Yeah.
Supposed to be a big homecoming for Mike McCarthy. He had 50 tickets for family and friends that are still
Can't
in the
believe that.
Wisconsin area. So what happened here was Green Bay decided that because we can't have any success throwing, we're just going to run the ball. And they did. And they were even down 28-14. And they came back and made it to overtime. Somehow Christian Watson, I think his name, who hasn't he was the kid, and he's a rookie in the Vikings game, first play of the year, drops a touchdown, long touchdown ball. He caught 3 touchdowns yesterday.
Oh my.
And Aaron was rolling. The Packers looked like they maybe should have looked all year, and they beat the Cowboys 31-28 in overtime
Can't believe it. Cowboys are going to go into Minnesota
with a loss.
with a loss from Lambeau.
Yeah.
What was that, Alex? What do you
Yay.
think? Yay.
Well,
Yeah.
that was I said last night. That was not the last. Last night was Chargers at the 49ers, and the 49ers won. I don't think there was too much really interesting about that game. The Niners are 5-4. The Chargers are 5-4. The Chargers even still, they put up. They were close, but they're missing. Like they have just been decimated by injuries.
It's crazy.
Keenan Allen, like I said, still can't get on the field. Herbert just has nobody to throw to. So, but the Niners with McCaffrey won, and that leads us to the Vikings game.
This game, insane, dude.
Can I tell you something?
Did you watch the highlights?
I didn't, but
There's a 20-minute highlight video on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Let me tell you something.
I saw most of the important stuff.
What's up?
I still have a headache.
Me too. I can't get rid of it.
Like I still have a tension headache. Like it's from the back of my neck to the front of my head.
It's
So,
crazy how
you
much
know
it
the
hurts.
show PTI on ESPN, where they kind of go back
No.
and forth.
I don't know.
It's two guys, Michael Wilbon and Tony Kornheiser. They talk about certain topics throughout the day, and they both say their own thing. Well, I listened to one of their podcasts, and they had the other one on. They always talk about the NFL on Monday,
Okay.
and they're both like in their 60s, and they've been watching sports for 50
they've
years.
seen a lot of it.
And Michael Wilbon said that ending of that game may have been the best ending to a regular season football game he's ever seen.
It's insanity.
So there's a.
I wrote it
I mean,
down.
we could just start with the end of the fourth quarter and talk about it
let's.
for 10 minutes. So the first,
I wrote
the
notes
thing
on
that
this.
started it all was Kirk Cousins getting stopped on 4th and goal
First it was a review to Jefferson on his
ridiculous catch.
On his
He also said that
ridiculous.
may be one of the top 5 catches of all time.
And then they threw it, or they flagged on to the half-yard line when Cook got thrown to, but he missed the incompletion. They flagged the defense, and then 4th and goal, turnover on downs. What you're talking about with
So
Cousins.
it was a sneak.
Yeah.
But didn't you send a picture? Was that the play that they had 12?
It was
the
before
Bills?
that. It was before
It
that.
was before that.
It was
Okay.
the incomplete pass, or no? No, maybe it was the sneak. Maybe
What are you talking about for the sneak?
I'll
Because
pull
I
it up.
remember
I'll
this.
pull it
Well,
up. I'll pull it
at
up.
any point, it was a goal line play, and the Bills had 12 people, and it wasn't called.
That was the sneak, I believe.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes, that was when he was doing the
at
sneak.
this point, Kirk Cousins, there's like 40 seconds left. Kirk Cousins goes for his 4th down, sneak, doesn't get it. And
He was short by
most
like
everybody
nothing.
is thinking, I don't think that looks too far out. I don't think that was the sneak.
This wasn't the sneak. it
Oh,
was
maybe
before.
not.
Yeah, they were
Which one was
right.
this then?
They were right up against the goal line when he did the sneak.
Yeah, they were on the 1 inch.
So-
still, there's 12 men didn't call it.
So
That's what's crazy to me.
they turn it over on downs, and so Buffalo's thinking, oh, we're gonna win here.
They didn't. They shouldn't have done what they did.
Well, they ran it. So you have a couple options there. You can run a play and hope to get a little bit of space, or you can take a safety. When you do that, you're giving the Vikings 2 points and giving them possession. So the first play, once Buffalo has possession, they fumble, and somehow it's incredibly impossible
It's
in that
ungodly.
situation to change possession. You fumble, you fall on it, and somehow the Vikings get it for a touchdown.
Uh-huh.
The ball went to the left. Allen went to the right.
Yeah.
Yep.
He didn't even have it in his hand.
Nope.
No, it never even. It was snapped. He never
you
had it.
Go here. It's you.
There's a video of me
Go
doing
here.
that.
So
I can't believe
Vikings
that.
touchdown. Now they're up.
And they had to review that
They had
too.
to review that too.
God, I was so
Yes.
mad at that point.
Well, it's-
Everybody's up
it's
here
a-
cheering. They're
It's
like,
a scoring play. They
The
have
play
to.
is under review.
It was called a touchdown on the field. Therefore, it's
I know,
a scoring play. It has
but
to be
I
reviewed.
was tired of hearing it.
So now it's 30-27 with 44 seconds to go, and Allen immediately goes down the field.
But
and
there was an
gets-
incomplete pass that they did
There
not
was,
call
there was-
incomplete.
so he threw an
You're
out
pissed about
to
that one.
Gabe Davis, who juggled it, never had possession. It was called a catch.
Yeah, I'm a little
They
mad
go
about
down, they kick a field goal. It now goes to overtime.
Yep.
Shouldn't
Um,
have.
Vikings drive down then and kick a field goal, so it's 33-30. The Bills go down, driving, and Allen throws the interception to the veteran Patrick Peterson, in the end zone to seal it.
Cannot believe this.
That's twice.
Yeah,
Same guy.
So
Twice.
the Bills, I think, have really been exposed here the last few weeks.
You said the Vikings were exposed against the Redskins. Do the Vikings have the top now?
I'll get to that.
Okay.
Talk about the Bills first. The Bills, if they don't get out ahead quick, it's like they did. When Josh Allen is against the odds, he doesn't do well. He showed it against the Jets. He showed it against the Vikings. If he's not playing with a big lead, he seems to struggle. So you can't win like that in the playoffs. No. Every game is close in the playoffs most of the time.
Right.
You're not going to go up 3 touchdowns in the playoffs, which is why I think they may not make it out of the first round if things don't get better, which is where Kansas City really has their time,
right.
Again. So, as you say about the Vikings, I said they were maybe exposed against the Commanders. Maybe they were. The thing that they're doing that does them well is they're winning the close games. But
they're causing so much stress on their fans.
You cannot count on a goal line fumble to pick up a score.
Never.
The Vikings.
We thought we were done.
We were fine with losing.
I was ready to lose.
We were like, as long as it's within one possession, we're fine. And then they go and do something like this, and I'm like, well, I guess we can go for it.
Yeah.
And then they said review, and we said heart attack.
You catch a lucky break there, and then they took advantage of a very terrible pass by Josh Allen at the end.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, he wasn't even close to being open. I mean, Patrick Peterson was underneath.
I think he got his colors confused because even Josh and I, right at the end when he threw that interception to Peterson, Josh and I both went, like, touchdown. Like, he threw a touchdown. We thought it was over. And we were like, wait a second. That's Purple Pants. I was like, that's Purple Pants.
So
I feel like everybody lost their breath for a second.
I think every Vikings fan was like, wait, we won? And it was like
manager George
Knox.
We won?
So
good job.
Going into next week, you have Dallas just off a loss and Minnesota off of a big win. So I think that bodes well for Minnesota. Unless Dallas is just like, we ain't letting that happen again, and but
I don't know what they have. I don't know what they have in their arsenal. Dallas showed everything they could against the Packers.
Well, typically they're better. They're better on defense than they are on offense.
And Aaron Rodgers has poor offense.
He does
right now. Yeah, he does.
That is not going to be good for Cowboys.
So, it's
but it's any given Sunday.
It's exactly right. So we'll see.
I don't want to say it, and I don't want to go in expecting a loss or a win. I want to go in just expecting a good game or a big beat down.
Here's the one thing they have going against them is that they did win, that they still haven't had their second loss. And so sometimes you just need a loss to get back on the right track. Dallas has now had that loss. But they're 6-3, so they've had a couple.
They basically went to McCarthy's home, and McCarthy probably felt like he was at home there. So it's kind of weird how that game wound up. Just weird.
Cousin Andrew did mention that
he wants to do a stipulation.
Well, he did, but in that game, the refs also missed, and I heard this a lot today on the different things that I've watched. Is that just blown calls?
Well, there's been a lot of blown calls in every game.
There's blown calls in every game.
At this point, I'm over it.
They blew a PI against Jair Alexander in the fourth or overtime. So it just happens, You just got to take it for what it is.
That atmosphere in that stadium is going to be nuts.
Pretty cool. So
how many Cowboy fans do you think that we're gonna see?
Cowboys fans travel well everywhere, so
they do.
You'll see.
But Minnesota Vikings have probably.
Oh no, that was a huge sea of purple last year.
Yes, it was.
There's actually quite a few Browns fans though. Quite a few.
But we had Zimmer.
Yeah,
so this is a completely different ballgame.
So tonight is Philadelphia and Washington.
Oh my gosh! If Washington pulls it out of their butts, I'd be very surprised.
Well, it kind of goes back to what I was saying. The fact that Philly hasn't lost yet. This is a game you could argue they could lose because it's divisional.
Oof.
And the Commanders with Taylor Heineke, well, I'm just like they're coming off a bye week, so
You're
you
nice
never
and
know.
rested.
Exactly. Let me see. I can't remember where this game is.
When's Philly's bye week? That was last week, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, they already had a bye week.
Yep. Where's that game at? This is at Philadelphia. That does not bode well for Washington.
No. Oh, can you imagine? I mean, from what I've heard
that Philadelphia
is you don't want to be there for a losing game.
No way.
So what is kind of cool about the Vikings is that they're one of 2 8-win teams in the league. The other one is Philadelphia. So if Philadelphia loses, they'll be one of 2 8-1 teams. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
What also I will say about the Vikings is
I'm in shock.
When you compare them to the Eagles, who have mostly won easily.
Yeah.
The Vikings, when you win the tough, close games, it just makes you mentally tougher to where you never think that you're out.
Right.
And that kind of proves it.
Well, this year it feels like we've already clinched the playoffs at this point. We've clinched the North. I'm not too concerned.
You're going to, if you haven't yet. I don't think mathematically they have yet, but they will.
Yeah. I mean, for next week, what do we got? Philly's going to go against the Colts in Indy. That could be good for Colts.
Who the Packers have?
Packers will be. I think that's their bye week. Yeah, bye week.
So
nope, Titans. Sorry, Thursday.
Titans. So
at home.
What you'd hope to not see in your guys' case is this jump start something with the Packers and where they go on a run here, because with 6 losses, they could go on a run and maybe not challenge the Vikings for first place, but they could get into the wild card race. And you don't want to play Aaron Rodgers. Well, you might want to, because he hasn't done real well in the playoffs recently, or at least not in the deep playoffs. So
I will not be seeing any games next Sunday, but one. I'll be too busy.
Live.
I'm gonna be exactly like I was yesterday, where
one
my
game
in
and
my fantasy, I have my best players are going to be Diggs and Allen, and I looked at my phone once, and then I said, you know what? I don't really care. I just turned my phone off.
We had to turn our phone off because everyone was texting us about all these crazy plays. We're 10 seconds behind.
We were 10 seconds behind. I was like, nobody look at the phone.
Patrick and Andrew texted me and asked me if I was watching the Vikings game.
Wow, really?
I was like, well, yeah, and I had just turned it on right at the start of that drive that was the 4th down stop of Cousins.
All the chaos happening.
Yeah, that's right when it all started.
Insanity.
And I had him like, I gotta see.
We got it. We don't got it. We won. We didn't win. We won. We got it. We didn't win.
My blood
under
pressure.
review. Like I swear, Josh and I we're tired.
The fact that they did all that in Buffalo too is very good.
That's just so crazy, because you think about the Minneapolis Miracle happened at home. This happened on the road.
I know that was seriously.
Well,
I mean, but that
outdoor
was
stadium and snow.
So did the Commanders game. They came back to win that in Washington.
That's 2 road games.
You do all that on the road. That's good for your mental state.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, and oh my gosh, it's going to be explosive. I'm very excited because I'm going to be going with all my.
I absolutely love our new coach.
Yeah,
he seems to have it figured out.
Did I share? Oh, I didn't share with you his.
I've seen
his
every
locker
tweet,
room,
by the
his
way.
locker room speech where he gives out the balls.
I've seen every tweet.
He was. Oh man.
He is a very, very.
He's genuine.
I love him.
As far as fantasy goes, I may not win another game this year.
I'm sorry, I beat you.
As
this
far
week.
as fantasy goes, speaking of fantasy,
Alex
I haven't even looked at it.
You're gonna beat Quentin.
Am I?
Yeah, he's only gonna get like maybe 5 more points, and he's sitting at like 88, and you're already over 100, I think, right?
No, I'm at. Oh, I still. Oh,
you're fine.
Oh, why how the turntables have turned. I can't even say it.
What are you trying to say? That's pretty much it for the NFL this week.
It
was a good week. It was, holy crap, I feel like we say it, if not every week, every other week, something crazy happens.
And this week, well, first of all, we had a high school coach win with the Colts.
Yeah.
And then we had the Vikings.
Playing that, it's already being hailed as, and even before the game was over, they were hailing it as the best game of the year.
I can't believe that. And what makes me happy is that, first of all, my team won with it, and the second of all, it's my team that was in this. When your team is in game of the year, it feels
I was
great.
telling Josh today, I was like, so this is what it feels like
to have a winning team, yeah. And I saw a message on TikTok. Someone was like, my wife asked me why we got rid of Stephon Diggs after he did that amazing catch, and then Jefferson did his amazing catch, and he said, that's why.
That's why.
Yeah.
Comparison. And that was even at home.
Oh, man, I was going to say Jefferson was MVP, but no, our defense.
Do you think the Bills
Peterson.
are like sitting there feeling a little spanked right now?
Oh, sure.
Did you see Allen at the end?
He threw his helmet.
Well, no,
Slammed
no. I'm talking like when he has to do the booth or the.
Oh, he was down.
He was. We just got to play better.
He's the quarterback.
And I'm like, I get it, but I was
threw the game losing interceptions.
Mentality of him is.
He got freaking smacked in the face there. Reality hit.
We have a voicemail.
My headphones aren't plugged in.
They can be plugged in right. They can be right there. Do you see the port below there? And this is from Patrick, and he wanted to make sure that we knew the stuff about Oakland.
Where is it?
It's below there. You can see the.
I see.
There's one on the other side. There's actually, you can move the cup thing.
He can move that there.
Yeah,
so
you can see
what you're doing. There's a coaster there blocking your way.
The coaster.
The cup
I couldn't
thing.
even think of coaster.
Move the
Okay,
cup
that's
thing.
even worse for me.
Yo, it's your boy Patrick from the Paranormal. I'm not even gonna fuck that one. I haven't done that in a while. Soul_64 on Twitch. Yeah, let's go with that one. Real quick, Geno Smith was a regular starter for the New York Jets. So this isn't the first time he was listed as a starter. He got drafted by the Jets, and he was the starter for the Jets for a while. Now, as far as the Raiders go, #fire McDaniels, that piece of shit. They originated in Oakland. They went from Oakland to LA, back to Oakland, and now they are in Vegas. So they started off in Oakland and went to LA and came back to Oakland. So they were only in LA once. There was talk about them going back, but then they didn't go into Vegas. So yeah, go Raiders!
Patrick, were you drunk when you started that phone call?
He had. I'm just gonna give it out. He actually suffered a concussion.
Oh yeah. I knew that.
And he mentioned to me on Thursday, he's like, "Yeah, I left you a voicemail, but I'm sounding a little loopy."
Well, I was glad he's okay.
He got rear-ended.
Yeah.
The damage was minimal for his car, but it was there.
I know, but even if you get tapped the wrong way,
yeah, he's dealing with back issues now too.
It can make, because all your muscles aren't expecting it, so you freeze up.
And he was just dealing with a whole bunch of back and shoulder issues already.
I know.
Getting over that.
Careful out there.
I was wrong about. I don't remember Geno Smith being the starter for the Jets, so it must not have lasted too long.
Now that he says it feels like I've heard Geno Smith's name, and he was never really considered a good quarterback. That's why I'm kind of
I
feeling
don't think
that
his
way.
stint as a starter was very long.
No.
But it was. I remember when he was on the Jets. I think he was drafted by the Jets actually. So
Right.
Anywho.
So Alex, you got your hair did.
I did.
Yeah.
I didn't tell you.
You told me.
I told them.
You told them?
That's what we were talking about last night.
Well, you took Pixel out.
So Alex
was
like,
supposed to be a surprise.
It was a surprise, and it was very nice. Alex walks up after coming back from or going to lunch, and so she shows up, and she's just like, "Hey, what's up?" I'm like, "What?"
He's like, "Did you lie to me? Did you even go into work today?" I was like, "Actually, yeah, I did for like an hour and a half, and then I went to my appointment. Now I'm coming in and I'm grabbing a shake and I leave. So goodbye."
Yeah.
Surprise, goodbye.
Nice surprise. I appreciate the surprise when it's
well,
like.
you mentioned it multiple times, and I was like, you know what? Screw it. Let's just go get it done and see what I can do.
I like it.
Wait.
The mic probably did not pick
I
that
don't think
up.
so. You hear Snickers snore. She goes,
snore,
Josh, you want to tell everybody what you have to do for the Vikings game?
Yeah, so I said
I can't wait.
during the game, it was like it was probably like third quarter.
third quarter.
And we were coming back a little bit, and I said to my family, I said, if the Vikings win this game, I'll paint my face purple. I said it.
You were already gonna paint your beard, but I asked him if I could paint his face, and he said no. And then he turned into, well, if they win, I'm gonna paint my face purple. And then Josh's brother, like the moment they announced, like, all right, Vikings win, he was already posting like Amazon posts. He's like, buy this one. So I went ahead and just 2 seconds in bought a purple stick. Purple face stick, bought a gold face stick, so I'm gonna have some fun.
He is rambunctious, will not sit still.
I know. He's confused.
Got some playing and watching to talk about here. Brett, you've been playing some baseball.
Yeah.
I have a clip to show. It was actually pretty funny that this. Thanks for sharing it. But Pixel, get out of here. He's gonna push a button. He might have already pushed a button. I hope we didn't stop our stream. No, we're good. So you hit the pitcher. Is this you doing this?
Yeah, it was me.
The bat.
Yeah, it was me.
How fast was this?
Oh my!
Took him right in the right in the jaw.
Popped him.
He's out. He's asleep.
How do you do that?
Well, he might even be dead.
In real life, he probably would have been dead.
He's a noodle.
That was a power contact hit. And
yeah, you're telling me.
He's a limp noodle. Like, what did you do?
I didn't send you the one I sent to Patrick of hitting the guy square in the chest.
My God.
Just hit him like a...
You knocked the AI out of him.
The AI? He's no longer an NPC.
He's no longer an NPC.
Disconnected.
He disconnected from the server.
Have you watched Free Guy yet?
No.
That Ryan Reynolds
my God!
movie?
You seriously, you need to watch it. Like anybody that likes video games whatsoever needs to watch Free Guy.
Right.
For sure.
I agree. It's great.
Very underrated.
I haven't
movie.
played anything new. I did discover that my DualSense has a very slight stick drift already.
Oh, great!
And I'm annoyed. I've never had a Microsoft controller with stick drift, and I've now had 2 Sonys that have stick drift.
Alex and I both had issues with ours. We swapped out our internals for our shells, and it was fine. We did that. That was great.
I'm considering. I don't want to take it apart and clean it, but if I have to, I'm gonna get like a freaking protective case to put it in whenever I'm not using it, just to protect from dust, because I'm certain that I'm not rigorous with my stick clicking.
See, I think that's why mine did it, because if you remember my controller, I mean,
she stabbed him.
I would use my nails and stab my controller. I've gotten way better now, but I would use my nails, and my right stick was almost completely rubbed off because of how much I used my stick.
You're talking about just a regular controller, right?
What?
You're talking about just a regular controller, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you just buy an Elite?
Because I guess they have one now.
They have one that's a little more affordable for those that don't want all the extra parts. You don't need them.
For Sony, though, they just announced a Pro style.
Right.
But again, like I said, I've never had a Microsoft controller that had it, so I've never needed it.
I just have too many lying around. I have just so many options.
Josh is probably broke because he throws it.
I don't throw anything, actually.
I don't either.
I've never thrown a controller.
You don't throw it. You slam it down.
I can't tell you the last time I threw a controller.
You don't throw it. I corrected myself. You slam it down.
If I do give it a "you son of a gun," it's onto like the couch or something, to where I know there's.
I don't even think I don't think I throw any.
But I almost never do that.
No. I'll slam my fist down.
And your controller.
Not my controller. Stop saying this.
You used to. Your 360. You would.
What have y'all been playing that's not the same?
Halo Infinite.
Halo Infinite.
I watched
the update, and it's awesome.
Oh my God, it's so fun.
It actually feels a lot more like Halo now.
I'm having fun again. I'm laughing.
You're liking Halo now.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, the winter update for Halo
It took a full year.
Yeah, it took them a year.
Yeah.
Are we going to get the battle pass for this one?
We're not going to jump on it right away.
No.
I think we're going to play a little bit, make sure that it's not too good to be true.
It is.
But they brought back Forge.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. And they threw in some new maps from Forge, and it's awesome. They brought in Tactical Slayer, which is SWAT, and it's awesome.
Well, they've had it before, but they've
They have
figured it out.
They figured it out. They there was something that they
Balance.
needed to tweak.
Yeah.
Something that they needed to bring balance back to the Force kind of thing, and they did it.
You didn't even have part of your crew on the night that I watched.
We had just Brian.
It was
and me.
just Brian.
Yeah.
Everybody else was either playing COD or
Patrick was watching
watching the fight. So, yeah, it was just me, Brian, and Josh.
Brig?
Playing Call of Duty.
Yeah, playing Call of Duty with Quentin probably.
Yeah, he's in love with that game. That's fine. They can like that game.
Yeah.
We'll be disappointed with our Benjamin burned.
Quentin said he's already got almost.
I know, but
he's got so many
he
guns
loves
already.
it.
Like he's
So-
in love. I'm glad he's enjoying it.
The Halo devs, they thank the fans for their support after the winter update.
Well,
And
hell yeah!
They promise better and bigger things to come and shorter seasons.
Thank you.
So, yeah, that's going to be awesome. We're going to be seeing a little bit more.
Oh, and
They brought in Forge. So they brought in
added-
maps from Forge into multiplayer.
co-op campaign,
Yeah, which we might
Online.
be doing. We might be doing.
online co-op campaign.
I want to do that with you because I want to play. I want to be like Spider.
That's
Chief.
gonna. I know. So I originally, I've played all the Halos now, but because I've heard a lot of good things about Halo Infinite, I still don't know how the story or anything.
I wouldn't say good.
I stayed away.
The gameplay is good.
And that's what I was like.
Yeah.
I heard it was
I
good.
don't remember the boss is pretty.
The
So,
story
but-
is relatively forgettable.
Right.
But either way, I feel like I just kind of got
I can get lost. In
I
it.
got the shaft on Halo Infinite when it came out, and I was like, you know what? Screw all things Halo. This sucks. I'm really disappointed. I was more disappointed in that than I was when Halo 5 came out.
right.
And I never really went back to Halo 5 until I played the campaign, and then I was like, okay, actually, it's not so bad. But no, they did something right. I don't know what. I haven't picked up the game in probably a year. At least it feels like it. And it's good.
That's
I
fun.
was thinking about doing another campaign playthrough just because I really liked it.
You wouldn't want to do co-op, would you? Because we'd be messing around probably a little bit too much.
Is
I
it
think.
how many co-op
Two.
is it?
Oh, 4? I thought it was 2.
I wouldn't be
4?
again it, but
Now I'd really
I
want
don't
to
know
play.
who. I don't know
if
who
you're
else
not
would want
trying
to
to
do it.
kill bad guys. What are you doing?
Getting collectibles
No, I like that.
like skulls. She probably would need to.
You can't
Have
do it.
help
No,
with all the
problem is
skulls.
my
I
work
would need help
schedule.
with
I'm
the
always
skulls.
playing on the night that you get, or I'm always working on the night that you guys. are
Yeah,
playing.
true. So it might not even happen anyway.
Either way, I would like to. I'd be more inclined to do the campaign if
Yeah.
it's co-op.
We played Monopoly.
Yeah, we did. We played Monopoly on Friday night just because I needed a laid back game. I'm still kind of butthurt from Call of Duty. So I was like, I need to play something to calm myself down. So let's play a nice family friendly game of Monopoly.
Family friendly.
Family friendly.
Rick's cussing out everybody for making trades.
It was like as soon as I said family friendly, Rick was like something about butt fuck or something, and I was
Yeah.
like, I just told my chat this is a family friendly game. And he's like, oh, sorry, chat. I was totally joking. But yes, we definitely had a glitch happen like maybe 20 minutes in, and all of our games crashed, and
Yep.
we had to restart the game. Then it came down to the wire where it
Down to
was
me and Alex.
Josh and I, and it was basically a matter of who was going to land on whose hotel that was going to bankrupt them, and then the game crashed, and we called it a draw.
I did totally mess up a Waterboy quote,
Mm.
Yeah, you did.
which really surprised me because I thought I knew that.
I don't think anyone's gonna burn you for it though.
No,
No, but it just when I read it it typed out, and I was like, that just does not sound
I
right.
knew the crazy asshole line was first, but
We're talking about where he said that he was gonna be a touchdown pass. You crazy
he's
idiot.
like,
I think he says idiot.
He doesn't
I bet
say
you $50
idiot.
that Guy Greenwell throws a touchdown on the first pass.
Check it out.
And then he throws an interception. He goes, that's when he said your line. You owe me $50. Said, you said it was going to be a touchdown, you crazy asshole.
That's what it was.
Yes,
Yes.
that's
And
what it was.
During the game, when Bobby Boucher's killing it, and he's like, that Waterboy is the best tackler since Joe Montana. He goes, Joe Montana was a quarterback, you idiot. I said Joe Montana.
You watching anything?
No.
We watched Armageddon.
Oh, I started Jurassic World Dominion, but I haven't.
Are you watching the
very
extended
far.
version?
Whatever's on Peacock.
Yeah, they have
Whatever's
both.
on the
They have
cloud.
both. So yeah, I Alex and I watched Armageddon.
Okay, we watched
We
it
talked about
until
that
about the
movie
middle of it.
last week,
It's
didn't
good.
we?
Yeah, we
So,
did. We
one
just wanted to
thing-
watch it.
One thing that
I
we
picked it
didn't
out.
realize when the movie was starting was we didn't know J.J. Abrams was behind it.
Screenplay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty big.
Had no idea.
Mm.
Michael Bay and J.J. Abrams and Jerry Bruckheimer.
Bruckheimer.
Yeah.
Yeah, those three.
I kind of was like, oh, I'm in my 30s. It's all making sense why this is such a great movie.
Bruckheimer has his name on a lot of stuff.
He does.
Yeah, he does.
He does. Most of the stuff that he's in or has his name on is
Successful.
and great.
Yeah.
They really good for the most part.
We made it about halfway through.
Why didn't you finish it?
No, it's a
We
2.5
were tired.
hour long movie.
We were
and-
tired and we fell
you
asleep.
gonna
It was
finish
just
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
I ended up talking about it on my stream, and I'm like, oh, and then I fell asleep around this part, but I really wanted to. I just wanted to turn something on because I knew I was going to take a nap, and I'm like, oh, let's turn on Armageddon. Not a good movie to turn on when you want to fall asleep. Even though I've seen the movie a million times, I'm like, damn, this is still really
Yeah,
good.
It's very suspenseful.
It's not real at all, though. The reality
no,
of it's
no
just,
shit, but
no,
it's
it's-
still like
entertaining.
it's very entertaining. It is. It's a very good movie.
Let's talk about 13 Lives.
okay.
Let's do it.
That movie. Oh my! So this is a movie club movie that Brett chose, and this came out this year. It's about a rescue mission that is assembled in Thailand, where a group of young boys and their soccer coach are trapped in a system of underground caves that are flooding. This is a true story that happened back in what
2018.
18. Wow, I felt like a lot longer than that. I didn't write down who starred in this, but I know Viggo Mortensen's in it, and
John. That was his character.
Colin
name.
Farrell.
Colin Farrell.
Yeah, those are the two big ones. Those are the two bigger names attached to this film. But there are some other ones that are in this film that are pretty big. But I think this movie was good, personally. Had a good representation of the country too. Really interesting. Why'd you choose this one?
Ron Howard directed.
Oh yeah, he did direct it.
I'm
Ron
a
Howard.
big Ron Howard fan. And I don't know. It got a lot of hype when it came out, and it's been out for a few months now. Went straight to. It was a Prime exclusive, and
Was this one that was gonna go to theaters?
oh no.
I don't think so.
But I'm just like, Ron Howard's directed some really good movies, so I'll just check it out. I remember this news story, but I didn't follow it at all, so I really
Yeah.
had no idea what happened,
Right.
and I really liked it.
I didn't know the scale of what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I
how
I knew
far
of
in
it,
they
and I
were?
could have sworn we had brought it up on the podcast, like during our what's in the news or what's big to bring up, and I think we just kind of more skimmed over it, going, wow,
Mhm.
can you imagine, and this happening, and like, but I don't think we really dug deep into the full story of it.
So, to kind of give the scale, as you say, Josh, the boys are 2.5 kilometers inside the cave.
Right.
Mile and a half.
The monsoon or the heavy rains start, and when I'm first thinking, okay, well, the rain is then flowing into the caves, it's not. It's kind of, the mountain is kind of absorbing the water, and it's just filling the caves
It's
from the
crazy
ceiling.
How it just
Yeah.
comes
there's
in.
there's
So-
sinkholes throughout the
Yes.
top of
You
the
watched a lot of
mountain.
stuff on this, like an extra thing.
Just
or
the thing that
just
you
the
watched,
thing
and
that we
then
watched it
I watched part of a video of Ron Howard. He did this notes on a scene thing that Vanity Fair does on YouTube. He
Mm.
was kind of explaining different things throughout the movie, but I didn't finish. It was like a 20-minute video or something.
too? Yeah.
But what I think the movie does not do a good job of portraying is how long each dive is from beginning to their final destination, which
Yeah.
is like 5.5 hours for the best divers in the world.
In the world.
In the world.
And the idea that it's confined spaces and it's almost zero visibility, which is why they have to use that guideline, is fascinating.
I
to
didn't
me.
know if that
Like
line
how-
when they were switching the line when they did the hand thing. I didn't know that there was a current there.
yeah.
I was wondering why
Yes.
they were making a big.
That's why
deal
he
out
was
of that
talking
hand
about
switch.
like when you get to past T junction, he talked about a strong current. So he's like, you have to stay up against the wall, or else you'll get caught in the current. Like,
which
and he's
is
like,
what happened to Chris
Yeah, at
on
the
his way
end.
out.
Yeah.
He basically got lost, got kind of turned around, didn't know where he
Yeah.
was.
Didn't feel like I got that lost, so everyone found him.
He was in
Well,
one of the chambers.
he was in one of the chambers, but he didn't know where he was at.
He was
So
having
he
a-
was scared to
he was
go
Didn't
any
know Which
further.
way was which?
He didn't want to risk the oxygen.
Um,
Imagine.
He was hoping somebody would find him.
Even during
basically.
monsoon season.
Colin Farrell has a line in the movie about, can you imagine what it's like for the boys in the cave?
Yeah.
They were in there for 18 days. 10 days went by before they saw anybody. So 10 days goes by, you haven't ate anything. You're with, 12 other people. Could you imagine what it would be like in the dark? I mean, they did have some flashlights, but most of the time you're in
you have to
complete
conserve
darkness.
the battery.
How you wouldn't go insane.
No.
It's just unbelievable.
I mean, if anything, that's probably why they survived, is because there were so many of them.
Sure.
I mean, you could
Supporting
at
each
least
other.
you have emotional support.
They did say the coach taught them how to meditate, which
Mhm.
probably helped keep the sanity.
Well, meditation has been shown to help with metabolism.
Sure.
And, I mean, lots and lots and lots of stress. I mean, that is probably one of the main key reasons why.
Yeah.
I mean, for young little boys, they've got high metabolisms. They need to eat.
Yeah.
This makes me hungry.
It does make me hungry.
So,
but they had to drink the water filtering through that was dripping into the cave,
Yep.
which is probably, I mean, it's pretty darn safe to drink.
what I as I'm watching this, I'm like, how are they gonna freaking get out? You know? And then the big plot kind of point comes where they call in a doctor who is a diver, and I'm like, where are they going with this? And they don't even come out and really say it when they bring it up to the doctor, but they basically are going to sedate the boys and keep them under while they are dived out one at a time.
Like they're delivering the bodies as packages, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
So that they don't panic, because there was a scene earlier where an electrical worker who was fixing the pump,
had a very short dive.
He had a very short dive, and he completely panicked, hit his head, was bleeding, almost drowned.
Would you freak out?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. And I even said to you guys last night, if I'm one of those boys, and maybe I don't understand this as a kid, but if I'm the coach, if I'm an adult who understands what's going on, I do not want to be conscious for that dive back.
No.
A 5-hour dive in
it was
tight,
like 5.5
yeah,
hour dive.
in very tight spaces. How, unless you are specifically trained for that, I don't know how you don't panic.
Right.
You know? So that's what they
with
did
no
then.
energy. You haven't eaten for
almost
almost a month.
I mean, they even say it's extremely physical.
It's very.
Yeah, it does. I mean, you have to be
Have you ever
top
swam?
tier
I mean,
fitness.
swimming is very physical.
You have a bodysuit on. You have tanks of oxygen. You've got I mean, there's the weight. Yes, you have zero gravity in water, but you're weaving yourself all the way around, and you have to have
almost not even swimming. It's moving underwater.
It's maneuvering in water through sharp rocks and darkness
with
and currents.
And
it's insane.
It's unbelievable.
I can't believe that this is a true story, first of all.
It is.
I mean, like, one thing that I'm reading the facts here. The diver, Rick praised the film for its accuracy.
Yeah. He was actually a consultant for Ron Howard in the filming. He
said the muddy water was, the water is supposed to be a lot, you can't see. They couldn't see.
Zero visibility.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for the movie, they had to make it so they could see a little bit, so you could be able to see what they were going through. But yes, it would be completely dark.
What I was confused about
crazy.
Is if it's so tight underwater, it has to be that way when it's not flooded. Why were they going so deep?
Why were they going farther in?
My guess is, I mean, I don't know I'm sure they've asked the boys this, but my guess is maybe they saw it was starting to flood and they got trapped, so they went further in to see. Because remember, they said this area here is where we've been digging to get out.
Sure.
Like, maybe they just thought, hey, if we go deeper, maybe we'll find a way out.
Yeah.
Because that water rises very quickly, and they go, oh, shit, we can't go this way. The only other way to go is further into the cave.
Yeah.
But then they got to a stopping point and said, well, we can't go any further. So they got stuck.
Colin Farrell and Viggo Mortensen did their own diving shots.
Yeah. BS.
Yeah.
They did?
They went to diving school, I think.
Yeah.
Ron
I mean, Viggo's done everything at this point.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me with Colin Farrell either, but, like, I kept trying to see, see if it was a stunt double or something.
No, they wanted to, to understand what it was like.
Wow, good for
them. Pretty crazy that they had,
I've only seen Vigo in one other movie outside of Lord of the Rings. It was terrible. That History of Violence movie.
Me too. That's the only one I've ever seen of his too.
It was kind of cool seeing him just his different range.
Now that I think about History of Violence, the only thing about that I remember is you see nudity, like a lot of it.
his buttocks.
Well, his wife. You see her full bush.
Maria Bello.
What?
Maria Bello.
That's her name.
Off the subject of the bush. Brett, what I thought about last night, because we talked about it a little bit afterwards, is you said that you were shocked that they didn't ask the parents for consent. And I wanted to get your thoughts live on the show.
In the movie, they come up with this idea. They tell the governor of the province, this is what we're going to do. It's either do this and maybe they die on the
trying
journey
to get them
back,
out,
or they're going to die in that cave.
Hmm.
And he says, nobody can know about this, not even the parents. And if it fails, I will take responsibility.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Which blows my mind because they're all minors. And if they're going to do something that risks the children's lives, the parents have to be involved in the decision. And under those circumstances, I can't believe any of the parents would say don't do it, because if you don't do it, they are going to die. Period. That is going to happen. And Vigo's character says they're going to die if we don't get them out this way.
Yeah.
So, but how you don't involve the parents in that, even if it's just to say, look, this is how it has to be, but to not tell them at all.
Do you want to know the other reason why they didn't tell them?
Sure.
It took 2 seconds for them to come out with the video to show that they were alive. They said, be careful who you show this to, because they don't want to show the public because of what was going to happen. They tell those parents, and parents are going to go berserk and tell this person, this media, like. But you don't need that.
It came out anyway. It's not like it was a big secret that
that's
how they did it.
After?
And they all survived.
Yeah.
But okay, so let's say that they did that and the child dies and the parents are like, what did they say then? Like, why didn't you tell me?
As a parent, I would hope that you would have gone, you know what? Understanding the situation.
So you would rather not know ahead of time.
Yes.
Oh no.
Yes.
If you're going to do something that...
I mean, I don't
Are you going to ask for forgiveness, not permission, person?
It depends on the situation, I guess.
Okay.
I think I just have a biased opinion because I am in the medical field and I have worked with those drugs and I know how they work. And the situation.
I don't care about the type of drugs. It doesn't matter to me.
I understand that.
It's life or death here of the child.
I understand that. But I'm saying I'm also biased because I don't have a blood flesh of my own.
Right.
So it's hard for me to make that 100% decision. Now we can try to come back to this in years ahead when I have one, but as a medical professional, I will tell you, I 100 million, 10 bazillion percent agree with this.
It wasn't a decision made by a medical professional. It was made by the governor, a politician.
It was, but you didn't get the other side of the anesthetist. Did the anesthetist even bring up should we tell the parents? No, it was an automatic brought up. No, we're not telling the parents.
Because it's completely unethical.
It's not, unethical. But it's a choice of life.
He even said that.
Life or death, and we're gonna choose the only percentage of life that we have, so we're gonna go with it.
Put it in the situation of a hospital.
This is a completely different situation.
It's still a medical thing.
Yes, but you're
having
dealing
a doctor
with, you're dealing with
administer
a
the
hospital.
effects.
You're dealing with a hospital and protocol. This has never happened before that we know of, and this is the first time it's ever been done. So there is no protocol. There is no ethics really about it other than we're going to possibly, if the children are going to die, they're either going to drown and not know about it, or they're going to drown and freak out and die a nasty, disgusting death.
If this was in the U.S., I guarantee you they tell the parents.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but
this was a political choice by that governor not to tell anybody.
It was the right choice, in my opinion.
Well, it was the right choice because it worked. What happens if some of them died?
At that point, they were just hoping not.
It's exactly what they argue in, or what they say chances are. It's either you do this and maybe it works, or you don't do this.
Tell the parents, because it's.
But why? So are you telling the parents, or are you asking the parents?
Well, I think they have to give consent, but with the caveat
do you know how these kids have no time? They're already on borrowed time that they don't have.
You bring all the parents into that room and you say, this is what has to happen.
And you're
if
asking
you don't
them?
want it to happen, you can say,
you can't ask
leave
a parent,
my child in there and they'll die.
But you also can't ask a parent that has zero knowledge about what
you
they're
have
about
to
to
ask
do.
the parent. They're the guardian.
They don't know jack shit about what's going on.
It doesn't matter. They have to make that decision. It's their own child's life.
I would leave it into the hands of the people that know what they're doing.
Divers are not doctors either.
But one was.
He was what was it?
Anesthesiologist.
Yes, that happens to be a diver.
Hey, Alex, there were over 100 divers, so that's only 1% medical profession.
I'd say it took 9. They had that video we watched said 90.
It said, I have the facts. About 10,000 people contributed.
They even had another doctor. There was the Thai doctor that was in. So you also had that, because he has. Remember, he goes in with the note. And he goes, "You need to see what we're doing." He gets his eyes up, but did he have an opinion? He was like,
"He's like, you saw his face. He's like, oh my god, I can't believe we're doing this."
Right?
Yeah, because it is insane. And even the anesthetist was like, "I'm not doing this. I took an oath. Blah blah blah." But he even came down to it and said, "Hey, this is the kid's only chance." And it's crazy.
Which is why the parents need to be involved in the decision.
But it works.
It's their only chance.
But a lot of parents are ignorant to any knowledge of medical.
It doesn't matter.
They're going to go, "You're going to do what to my kid?" Hell no. No, don't do that.
It's irrelevant. It's their children.
And what if they said no?
Well, then you say, okay, he's not coming out unless he can swim himself.
So then what's the point of telling them or asking them?
Because it's still the parents. It's still their children.
All you're going to do is create panic. Not only are they trying to put my child underwater.
The situation was in a panic situation anyway over 18 days.
Yes, so you're already in a panic. So now you're going to now we're going to sedate your kid and put him underwater for 5.5 hours. What do you think you're going to think as a parent that doesn't know the complications that can happen?
Well, that's why
they're going to freak out even more.
I mean, you
just take everything that Joel Edgerton character said to the governor. You say that to the parents.
Then that is why he took the blame.
Well,
yeah.
If I was the anesthetist, I would say, yes, it's ethical. We should tell the parents. But if you have a higher up that is saying, do this, but we don't tell the parents, and if something happens, I take full responsibility, which means all that pressure is off of you. You do it. You think you do it to the best of your ability. If something happens, yeah, it's going to be on you, but it's going to be him to take the fault, to be able to go in front of these people and say, this was the best option. It's either that or we left them in there until the tide fell and we take out dead bodies.
We're going to have to agree to disagree here, Alex, because you're never going to convince me that
that was the right
idea.
And I'm going to come back to this hopefully years later and I'm going to go, wow, I was crazy for saying that. But at the same time,
because you don't have children.
Because I don't have a real flesh and blood child. But at the same time, I feel like I should talk to the other medical professionals I work with and say, would you have done the same thing?
Maybe we should do a fan question about this.
Maybe.
How
would we word it?
Well, I think we could be very specific to the situation.
Yeah. Just be like, hey, do you have an opinion on, I don't know, we'll figure it out.
If you had to dose, that sounds bad.
No, just be like, here's the situation. We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll figure it out. But I just figure as a parent and trying to in the medical field, presenting these types of situations, emergency, not never been done before, emergency. And I'm trying to tell the people that are in charge of this specific life, hey, and I have to go in and give an option. Most of the time they will say, well, what do you think? 99% of the time. Or the crazy 1% will go and take hours to figure out, what do I do? Because they don't know.
I don't think it was the wrong decision to do what they did. I think it was wrong to not involve the parents with the decision to do it.
But you have to risk the crazy 1% of the parents.
It doesn't matter. They still have a right to their child's life.
Yes, but I would trust it in the hands of professionals. I don't know jack shit about anything that they're doing. I just want my kid out safely as possible. And if they think this is the safest way of doing it, then do it. I just want my kid back.
I am on the fence of both of this because personally, I don't really like the reality of it. If I have a kid, he's not going into a cave. They're
yeah,
gonna be
he is,
scared.
because I'm going to go into a cave with him.
Teenagers yet?
Well, I never wanted to go into a cave.
I did.
So if it's anything like me,
If it's anything like me, they're going into the woods. They're going in the cave. They're going to go.
Well, there's a difference between woods and caves. Woods are.
They are going to go exploring.
Woods have air.
You have a lot. You have unlimited air in the woods.
Okay.
Yeah,
yes.
well,
That's where air is made, Alex.
We also got into sewers and sharp rocks and things that represented little caves.
I mean,
but...
this specific to this situation, it was just a freak accident.
It really was.
Yes.
But it was bad timing as well because they didn't think that the rains were going to come in early.
Right.
At this point, the weather is unpredictable in general. And this was a few years ago. So still nowadays, it's.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have been in one of the sewers when there was a huge storm and gotten.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Did you ever go down to the sewers when it
No.
was raining?
I did.
Okay, so the creek.
I didn't think that it got that high up.
The creek was like almost up to that where when you actually walk in to the
Yeah.
woods, it would get up that high.
Oh.
That is why there was a dip down. Because the water would all go to that sewer. And that sewer would be like blasting out. Full on blasting out.
Full on blasting.
The whole entire circle would be full of water blasting out. That's how unsafe it was, but I still played in it because I wasn't supposed to, and that's just what we did. Sorry.
At the same time, though, if you compared them side by side, if a diver could get into a sewer much easier than a cave.
Very true. I'm not trying to compare the situation. I'm just trying to say, like...
In a rescue situation.
In a comparison situation.
Yes. There is nothing that can compare to this situation. It's never been done before until now.
Yeah.
And now they're going to take that protocol, they're going to put it into freaking medical books, and they're going to say, hey, if this ever happens, this is what we need to do. Will it mean it'll work on every single child? Probably no, because you're going to have ketamine reactions. You're going to have kids wake up from the anesthesia. There's so much that can go wrong. Trust me, I know the complications that I've seen them happen. There is a lot, and that is why it is so crazy. But that I still believe that was the.
Which is why I thought it was the parents.
It was a brilliant idea.
Right.
It was a brilliant idea, which is why you need to tell the parents.
I think you do.
I'm still no.
But the parents don't need to have a say in what's going to happen.
Unless you were putting those parents in a locked room away from the media, and which they didn't have, and secluded where they couldn't do. Yeah, you can't do that. If it was a different situation where you could be like, all right, we're going to tell you what we're going to do, and we're going to ask you for permission, but even though we're going to do it anyway because it's the best chance that the kids have. And then, I have to take away your cell phone and any other chance of media getting out because that is.
I don't know. If I'm the parent, I'm not running to the media to tell them what they're going to do unless I disagreed with it.
If you're the parent.
That's what I said.
Brett is the parent.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
what I
talking
said.
about you have to take the chance that these parents, don't think anything like you. And all they want to do is go to the media and say, I want my kid out. What are they doing?
Well, yeah,
because you will have crazy
how
people.
They live.
They are in a panic, and they are like, the last thing you want to do is be like, we're going to stab your kid with ketamine and put him underwater for 5.5 hours.
You know, with Vigo saying, be careful who sees that, the interesting thing was that they were alive. It's not like there was a rocket.
This was just them alive. Imagine telling the media that we're going to sedate the kids.
I know, but I'm saying I don't think they're running with the GoPro to show the media and all the people around a pile of dead bodies is my point.
Right.
They were happy because they were alive. They found them. They're alive.
Yeah.
Vigo's like, yeah, they're alive for now, but they're not coming out alive. That was the point of him saying that.
That was the realistic view.
That is the realistic
Unfortunately,
view.
realistic
it gives false
can be
hope.
confused with pessimistic. But
yeah, he was very gruff and
he was, but he also saw the real deal because if they didn't do this, that's what would have happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a press conference, the coach explained how they decided who should be rescued first. They were thinking when they got out of the cave, they would have to ride their bicycles home. So at the time of the story, it garnered global media attention. He had not realized that. So the persons who lived the furthest away would be allowed to go first, so that they can go out and tell everyone that they were inside and that they were okay. He had no idea that there was.
Well, because you also don't want to tell them everything that's going on. They didn't know they had to be underwater for 5.5 hours.
Yeah.
Well,
They just knew that they had to dive for a little bit, and the one
They-
kid was like, they don't even know how to swim.
They didn't even tell from what
From what
the
we saw in the movie.
shows. They weren't even told.
They weren't even told they were going to get
took a
candy
pill and-
until
yeah.
until it was like, all right, you've seen this done to the other kids. Like, all right, let's just, you're going to get an injection. We're going to go.
I'll fall asleep.
Yeah.
And if I was a kid, I would be like, yes, inject me. I don't want to know anything that happens.
I'll give it a 9.
Me too.
I give it a 9.
The Rotten Tomatoes score is 86% critics, 95% fans. So,
I almost give it a 9.5, really.
Yeah, I
Like,
probably.
but
would
the thing
too.
is, when I go above a 9, that's if I'm gonna rewatch it. I'm not gonna.
Sure.
Rewatch
I'm gonna
this movie.
rewatch
Well, I
this.
rewatched.
I'm not gonna rewatch it.
Oh, I'll rewatch. That's it's a yes for me.
The one down thing that has going against it was it's long, but it doesn't feel.
It does
too
not
long.
I don't think
long.
any scene needs to be taken out.
No,
No.
nothing was. Everything was done to put you in the real world situation.
I wonder if it's gotten any award buzz.
Let's take a look. It could probably tell me on some IMDb here. While we're doing that, Alex, what's our next week's movie?
Yeah. You got a movie to choose.
Oh, I've had it chosen actually.
Oh boy.
Why do you say, "Oh boy"?
Oh, because man,
No.
we have to.
'Cause
All right,
it's probably something I don't want to see.
Maybe not.
it might not be because we're actually. I was talking to Tanith, who's a fan of our
No
podcast.
awards, by the way.
What?
No,
No
awards.
awards.
Oh man,
Not yet.
Whew.
It
Okay.
just came out.
I was talking to Tanith, who's a big fan of the podcast, and I just so happened to remember that we were quoting a certain movie on my stream that you had never seen before. And with you being
Oh, yeah.
such an Adam
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 with-
Sandler
it's Little
fan,
Nicky is what she's going with.
yes, we still, and even she was like, "Yeah, I'm not. I don't know why Brett hasn't seen them."
You're gonna like this movie, bro.
He looked off like he looked.
It looks
terrible.
stupid. Yes, it looks stupid. It's fucking
and
hilarious.
the Adam Sandler character looks just
It's not available on any streaming
just
service.
Like you want to punch him in the
Alex,
face.
why'd you pick a movie that's not on any streaming
because
service?
I'm sure we have it on DVD downstairs.
All right, this is a long synopsis for.
It's a great movie. I think one of the best Adam Sandler movies, to be honest.
All right, here's the synopsis of this movie. In a perfect world, he'd be happy to headbang in his room all day to heavy metal music, but no, his mom is an angel, his old man is the devil, and like all good fathers, he insists that Nikki get involved in the family business. Nikki could think of 666 things he'd rather be doing than corrupting souls or spewing evil, but when his father's command over Hades, or hell, is threatened by his bullying older brothers, it's up to unbalanced Nikki to restore the balance between good and evil on Earth. Starring Adam Sandler, Stephen Brill, Tim Herlihy. I know that what's his name is in it. I'm just gonna bring up the IMDb.
Alan Covert or Peter
Harvey
Dante?
Keitel
Huh?
was in this.
Are the Adam Sandler friends in it?
Yeah, Alan Covert's in it. Peter Dante.
Yes.
Jonathan Logren.
Is that
Reese
Robidoux?
Witherspoon's in this.
Yes,
It-
Reese Witherspoon.
What about the Jonathan person you just said?
Yeah, he's the guy who does the jumble. He's the mush mouth.
Is he the Robidoux? Oh
Yeah,
no,
yeah. He's Robidoux.
Okay, because
Yeah.
you're not talking about the assistant coach of the.
No.
That's Blake Clark.
What's his face? Is it John?
What?
Who's the guy that dies at the very beginning of the movie? Remember he falls out of the tree?
John Lovitz.
Yes.
He's in
it.
He's in it. Yeah.
Yeah. He's got a
Um,
good part.
Alan Covert is actually really funny in this one. Rodney Dangerfield does a part.
Yes, he's in it.
Tom Lister Jr. is in this as well. So you're gonna like this movie, I think. Patricia Arquette as well.
I would be surprised if you do not like this movie. Like, I will be very surprised.
For being an Adam Sandler fan and liking Waterboy, liking
If you like Waterboy,
Billy Madison.
No. If you like Waterboy, you're going to like
This
Little
is
Nicky.
stupider than this is as stupid as Billy Madison.
Yeah, if you like,
So-
yes, all right, yeah, but yes, if you like Waterboy and Billy Madison, you
The
will
realism
like
is
Little
out the
Nicky.
window. Day one.
Yes.
We gotta talk about Kevin Conroy.
Yeah,
He passed away 66.
I watched Batman Mask of the Phantasm last night, and I started playing Return to Arkham Asylum.
Did he do the voice
PS5.
of all the Arkham series?
Yep.
He did? I did not know that.
I don't know about Origins.
No.
But I know he did the Arkham games.
That's crazy. Cancer.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
He was in his 60s.
Yeah, 66.
Arkham Mask of Phantasm. That for being a TV show turned movie, they don't always work.
And that went to theaters too.
Yeah.
I wonder how that did.
It in theaters.
I want to know how that did. I didn't see that until I was actually I think I saw it for the first time maybe 5 years ago. Mask. It's probably going to be all over the place.
And he had a lot of acting credits to his name, voice acting, but everybody knows him as Bruce Wayne and Batman.
It came out on Christmas. It didn't make it did not make its budget. It made $5.6 million in the box office. $6 million in budget.
The TV show was always successful. I'm surprised.
It's very successful.
It didn't do better.
Did you watch the John Wick 4 trailer?
The what?
John Wick 4?
I did not. I am purposely avoiding it. I don't want to know anything.
Okay.
Well, it certainly brought me back to it, and I didn't like 3.
And you're excited?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're
10 million %.
I don't
yes.
know. I don't know what's going on in this one. But I'm happy that they're not and then all of a sudden there's this person. They do have a good antagonist.
Yeah, they do.
Alex is like,
yeah, they do. I am excited.
Bill
about
Skarsgård.
I am excited. Very excited.
It's March,
about
right?
This.
Yes, March. Yeah, the trailer just came out. And that's not all that's really exciting. Alex, you might be excited about this one. Maybe not. But Welcome to Derry has been, its showrunners has been announced. And
it's his show?
Yeah. It's TV series of It's starting.
Nothing
yet as far as Skarsgård. I don't know. But if they cast
I swear,
him,
no one, I don't think anybody else can do a better job, to be honest.
Is that going to be on?
HBO Max. Let me look at the showrunners. No, it doesn't say anything yet, but it does
and Bill
say
Skarsgård is just one and the same.
I still haven't seen Chapter 2.
You watched it.
I thought you saw.
Didn't you go to the theaters with us?
No.
Oh, I could have sworn you
did not. I went to one with y'all.
It's just not.
Mm-hmm. It's not that good.
It's fine. It's no 10 out of 10. It's fine.
Yeah. Got a few quick other miscellaneous topics to touch on here before we get out of here. I have this story that I've been waiting on. I just heard about this a couple weeks ago, but I want to know what your guys' opinion is. A woman went to the Dominican Republic to get a Brazilian butt lift. Came back missing a kidney.
Black market organs.
Yep.
She had lipo, chin tuck, and the Brazilian butt lift for $3,500. So $3,500. That's a really low rate.
She went there because it's way cheaper than doing it in the U.S.
Exactly.
That is like a quarter of what the rate.
Well, that's how they get you. That's how they got her kidney. They're like only $3,500 to get all that shit done. And the price of the kidney. in the fine writing.
But she got all the stuff done. And then it turned out she was not feeling. She was very sick. She was feeling very sick, nauseous.
Because probably did a botched kidney. Botched kidney removal.
She had a blood test done, and
sepsis.
Her kidney count was low. Didn't know you could do a kidney count.
Yeah,
you can do a kidney.
I mean, you can run. Your body
count?
Can run off of one kidney.
Yes, and then she had a CAT scan. Showed that she only had.
And then
one.
she was like, "Did you know you only had one kidney? How does? Wait. How did she not notice the gigantic freaking scar?"
Yeah, that was my next.
Let me see if there's a photo.
How do you not?
I'm looking.
Unless they just said, "Oh,
well,
we put."
There's.
Let me see.
It's right around the butt, so they went.
That is not where you would know.
If you're not a medical professional, maybe you didn't even think about it, and it is behind you. Maybe she just didn't think about it.
You can't go through here to get a kidney. You have to either go through here or through here.
Oh.
Well,
you can't go through your
I thought it was on your back.
It's right here.
It's right here.
I thought it was here on your sides, like right.
So your back, you get back pain because it sits up against right here, but you have to go through like here to get to your because you have your rib cage goes down like this, so you have to go like unless they went like I don't know how it's connected to a lot of really important shit.
Well, she was probably in a lot of pain all over.
Yeah. So
You
I mean,
just didn't
I
think
get the
about it.
pain part, but like, there's got to be some type of hidden incision somewhere.
So,
unless you said that she got a tummy tuck.
Yeah.
Okay, that's probably where they got it then. Never mind.
According to the person, they said that they've been trying to reach the surgeon to no avail, and the doctor who gave her the reference mysteriously disappeared, and the woman on Instagram where she found the doctor was a fake.
No.
Well, she's
still alive though.
That's 3 degrees of shady, like each step was shady. Appears like she didn't want to pay what it cost, so she tried to cut corners, and now she's out.
Already scared enough to go under the knife.
Go to a reputable.
Are you flashing your phone to the camera, Alex?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't really want to know if we want to touch on what's going on Twitter.
There's too much to cover. That would be a whole podcast.
Twitter is just
basically Elon's just doing whatever he feels like.
It's insane. I don't know what's going on with Twitter either, and I'm over it at this point. The blue check mark, you can get it if you pay for it, but if you do that, you can dwindle stocks apparently. So that's what's happening over on Twitter.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah. Do you have anything else you guys want to touch on before we go? No?
I have my own final note.
Okay, well, let's get on to the finals here. So Alex,
Pixel.
He's being a royal shit right now. Alex, go ahead and plug your Twitch.
Yes, if you would like to watch me stream some games, it's twitch.tv/cute_kitty, KUTE_KITTI. I stream on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings. We were watching 13 lives last night, so I didn't get to stream last night. Pixel, I'm going to kill you. Okay, taking away his bone. Okay, so I didn't get to stream last night because we ran a little bit late watching the movie. And I was just so incredibly
exhausted from the game,
even though I wasn't even there. Can you imagine if we were there?
Oh my god.
And then we are not going to be. I might, as big
might on Friday.
Big maybe on this Friday, just because we've got.
I'd like to.
We gotta pack. We gotta prepare. Like we've got a really long drive on Saturday because we're heading to Minneapolis.
Yeah.
For the game on Sunday.
It's gonna be fun.
So, but we're gonna be gone for a week.
No show.
Thanksgiving, so no show next week. So yeah, my next time is gonna be.
If not Friday, it's gonna be when we come back.
Yeah,
sometime.
I'll probably play some Halo.
Yeah.
So yeah.
As far as my stream goes, twitch.tv/Mr. L. That's MASTERL. You can find me there every Tuesday. Doing Tuesday. Every Wednesday and Thursday evening and Saturday morning. Don't really have a whole list of things I'll be playing, but probably on Wednesday I'll be checking out Warzone 2.0. Maybe some DNZ. Yes.
When's it come out on
Warzone
Wednesday?
comes out on Wednesday. So
lucky you.
Yeah, I'll be checking that out probably on my stream, and that'll be pretty awesome. So we're gonna have the A squad with us, and it's gonna be good. Maybe we'll get a win. Who knows? That'll be great. But yeah, make sure you're checking out my stream. I'll be streaming that on Wednesday. As far as our podcast goes, we'd like it if you guys hit the like button on our video here, and then make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel, and make sure you hit the bell to be notified when we're live, which is every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And but we will not be going live this Monday because Alex and I'll be out of town, and Brett doesn't feel like doing a solo show, I'm sure. Unless you have a lot to say.
I mean, I wouldn't do it solo.
No.
But I can't run this.
Well, you don't have to run a live thing. You could just do your own if you felt like
I
it.
suppose I could. But I won't.
No. As far as our social media goes, follow us Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, PTO Unlimited Podcast. Just search us on all the social medias. And also follow our Discord and check out our merchandise. And then if you want to follow me on Twitter, it is @Mr. L.
Brett_Wings.
Cute_Kitty.
Alex has the final note.
Do you have a final note?
I don't.
Oh. Final note's kind of just a shout out.
Shout out.
My little baby sister.
Congrats.
Got engaged at Disney World a few days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So congratulations to her. She got engaged in front of the 50th anniversary. I don't know. I think it's 50th. Cinderella's castle. So congratulations to her.
Congrats
I'm very
to her.
happy
Yes.
for her.
Congratulations.
Yes. When's the wedding?
She already posted a book saying she's planning.
I saw that.
So I mean, I would be too. I'd be super stoked, but yeah, I have no idea. Probably my
Next
guess, if I know my
fall.
sister well enough, in the next year, probably on their anniversary in September. Just taking a guess, just throwing it out there.
Yeah. All right.
Perfect
Well,
time for us.
we're gonna get out of here. We'll catch you guys in a couple of weeks. You guys have a happy Thanksgiving and enjoy all the turkey and football games.
Potatoes.
Potatoes. We will catch you guys in the next one. You guys have a good one. Bye.
Bye.